Next at 6, La Crosse police warn the loss of a special canine. And also a man who was once thought missing is now in custody this morning. And we've got an update on the RSV season. We've also got the teleprompter for the 10 o'clock newscast last night.
This is News 8 Now this morning.
All right, having some technical difficulties this morning, but thank you for joining us. What is the date today, Art? The 11th?
That's the 11th.
All right.
Of December.
Of December.
2024.
Yeah, rolling along. Having some technical difficulties, but that's okay. It's snowing.
It's snowing out there right now. I'm like, it's snowing.
Yeah, you're excited.
Yeah, I am. It's like, it's so cool. So I feel like a little kid, but then I got up out of my chair and my back started hurting, so I guess I'm not a little kid anymore. Hey, we get into it. There's a look at the snow right now out there. Man, that is so cool. But you're also seeing the roadways now starting to pick up a little bit of snow on the ground. So that means for folks that are going to the morning commute and, of course, taking the kids to school, please take it slow. Be safe. Get them all there to where you guys need to go today. Also, a little bit of rainfall kind of scooting out to the east. You've got the snow crossing right there, getting from the Twin Cities, moving over the Mississippi River right now. And then currently, you're seeing that kind of bringing the snow. It's already showing up now right there in the blue, getting into La Crosse. Not so much Eau Claire just yet. We have the cloudy skies right now, overcast conditions for you. And as we get into it, we've got the winter alerts are back. This is supposed to be light blue. That's not us. That's National Weather Service, but we'll keep an eye on that. That means a special warning, a weather warning, and that is an advisory, and that means when you're getting wind gusts up from minus 20 to at least minus 25, and that could actually, when on the naked skin, could give you frostbite within 30 minutes of that occurring, so please be careful. You're also looking at, again, La Crosse, you're holding on to snow lingering all the way to the 9 o'clock hour, possibly 10 o'clock as well. Temperatures are going in the other direction, though. They're starting to lower as we get closer to the noon hour. Eau Claire looking at the same with snow coming into about 9 o'clock and then getting out of the way. Temperatures about 14 degrees by the time we get into the afternoon. So we're tracking the light flurries today. We have an Arctic air is right behind all that snow banding that's happening now, and that means a bitterly cold Thursday morning as well as into the afternoon, so please be careful. I'll have your full forecast coming up in just a moment, so please stick around.
All right, Art, we'll see you later. Thank you. A Wisconsin man who allegedly faked his own death is behind bars this morning. Ryan Borgwart vanished during a kayaking trip last August, leading authorities to believe he had drowned. But investigators say he actually fled to Europe. According to VineLink, a service that tracks offender custody status, Borgwart now being held at the Green Lake County Jail. The sheriff's office plans to release more details about the case at 10 o'clock this morning. The teen suspect in Lily Peters' death pleaded not guilty in court yesterday. The 16-year-old defendant, identified only as CTPB, is facing homicide and assault charges in the 2022 death of the 10-year-old. This marks the first court appearance since the case was confirmed to remain in adult court. He'll be back in court in April. A Colfax man caught with more than $100,000 worth of meth has taken a plea deal. 32-year-old Dalton Clayton pleaded no contest to possession with intent to deliver meth and a separate prisoner battery charge. The court ordered 4 years of confinement and 6 years extended supervision. The La Crosse Police Department is mourning the loss of one of its canine officers this morning. The police department says Loki suffered a medical emergency and died on November 26th. That's 6 years old. Loki had more than 500 deployments during his career. The suspect accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is fighting extradition to New York this morning. Court documents show Luigi Mangione is charged with murder in that state. For now, he's in Pennsylvania, where he faces gun charges. While the court battle plays out, more is coming out about his views and his background, as Amy Kiley reports.
I've never seen him upset or angry.
Acquaintances and writings are offering new insight into the suspect charged with murdering the United Healthcare CEO.
And insult the intelligence of the American people.
Multiple people who knew Luigi Mangione say he's bright and a fan of intellectual exchanges. An online blogger who corresponded with him repeatedly says he expressed varied political viewpoints. He says one of them was a belief in universal health care. Mangione's former roommate says they started a book club that, among other things, looked at the Unabomber's manifesto.
But nothing about it, I think, stood out more than other conversations that we had.
Most people who knew Mangione or his family seem surprised he's a murder suspect.
It just does not add up. It just seems a complete aberration.
I was just stunned, shocked, couldn't believe it. not who you would think of at all.
Police also are reviewing writing they attribute to Mangione. They call a 3-page handwritten manifesto a, quote, claim of responsibility. A law enforcement source says they're also combing through a spiral notebook. In it, Mangione allegedly debates ways to kill someone. He reportedly rules out a bomb for fear of hurting innocent people.
He sort of says, in essence, what could be better than to, quote, kill the CEO at his own bean counting conference.
And some other news to get to this morning. Fires continue raging near Malibu at this hour. According to CAL FIRE, the Franklin fire has burned more than 3,000 acres. It is 0% contained. Winds were expected to pick up overnight through this morning, but they will likely lose strength by the afternoon. The Santa Ana winds, coupled with very dry air and humidity below 10%, has kept red flag warnings up across the area.
A small number of homes in the affected area have been destroyed and damaged. The exact number is currently unknown. We do have preliminary reports that 7 structures are destroyed and 8 structures are damaged.
And there is also the possibility of rain on Friday, offering some hope for firefighters. We are now 40 days out from Inauguration Day, and President-elect Donald Trump continuing to piece together his incoming administration cabinet. Nominees are making the rounds on Capitol Hill as they try to lock in support from senators. Pete Hegseth, Trump's embattled pick for Secretary of Defense, will be back there today, meeting with one of the more centrist Republicans on the Hill as he works to collect support. CBS's Jared Hill has those details. There, we will try to get to that story in just a bit. The Wisconsin Department of Justice is filing new charges in the 2020 fake elector scheme. Kenneth Chesbro, Jim Trupis, and Michael Roman are facing 10 new charges. Each is for defrauding each of the 10 Republican electors who cast their votes for Donald Trump. Their first court appearance is tomorrow in Madison. The Prairie du Chien School Board has been looking for new ways to generate revenue, a search that takes on new importance after a $10 million referendum failed at the polls last month. News 8's Grace Monk has the story for us.
The school board is considering leasing part of Bluffview School to a health center.
We don't really get told what's really going on. And then this Scenic Bluffs kind of thing came out of nowhere where the meeting all of a sudden happened.
Last month, the board voted to consider leasing 8,000 square feet to Scenic Bluffs for a primary care center and a training center. Community members in attendance had the option to vote on the idea, but some say they had no idea it was happening.
It wasn't broadcast very well at all to the community, letting us know that such a meeting was taking place.
No one was there to state their opinion or be a part of the actual voting.
The idea is to help the district generate revenue while providing students with a unique learning opportunity. But some parents are worried the clinic would put students at risk.
There will be a door that will connect both schools. And when I asked about access regarding that because of safety concerns, I was told, well, they would have a key card that they could get in with. Well, if someone comes in with a weapon, they could easily get that key card from a staff member.
Last night, community members expressed their concerns to the board.
I watched the reactions of the school board last evening, and I think that they did get the message.
They hope things will be different going forward. Grace Monk, News 8 Now this morning.
La Crosse city leaders tackled an unexpected path to affordable housing last night, parking spaces. At a Judiciary Committee meeting, officials debated ending rules forcing landlords to provide parking spots based on bedroom count. Supporters say letting property owners decide their own parking needs could help create more affordable housing.
This is really about making the zoning code more flexible to help us meet the housing needs that we know we have. Currently have a housing study which says we need between 200 and 230 new housing units per year until 2030.
Common Council will vote on removing the rule tomorrow. A few dozen capital projects have the green light from Onalaska's Common Council this morning. The city approving an $8 million capital budget for next year. Half of that money is to finish renovating the city's community center. The original center was more than 50 years old.
We're actually going to add a gymnasium to it for recreational activities, not only for seniors, but for all ages, all groups. So that's a generational facility that we really feel is an investment in our community and investment in our citizens that was really needed.
The center is set to reopen next August. The other major project is a roundabout for Theater Road and County Road PH and a new fire truck for the city. Still ahead on your morning news, sports events dominating Google's top search terms of the year. Airline revenue predicted to reach the $1 trillion mark, and TikTok is trying to delay its ban in the United States. And for now, sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Why does a person climb a mountain? Because it's there, of course. Everyone knows that. And today is International Mountain Day. The United Nations designates this day meant to promote awareness about mountain communities around the globe. The UN says 15% of the world's population call the mountains home and wants people on this day to think of their effect on mountain areas. And as you start to wake up this morning, look at all those lights, leaving you with a quick wake-up call with the city to host the opera. The first city to host the opera, that is New Orleans, Louisiana. They are all ready for Christmas there, aren't they? Stay with us. Your consumer news is coming up.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on. On time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
For over 40 years, Lacrosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
The Holiday Bonus Cash sales event is on now at Osseo Automotive, and that means big selection, big savings. Over 50 SUVs in stock with the best prices of the year. Drive home a new 2025 Ford Explorer all-wheel drive for only $43,999, or a new 2024 Ford Expedition XLT for just $63,999. How about a 2024 Ford Bronco Black Diamond for just $48,400? Osseo Automotive is Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet in Osseo, Rudy's in Whitehall, and Fountain City Ford.
Now is the perfect time to save at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll find store-wide sale prices and we'll pay the sales tax. Drury's makes it easier than ever to furnish your home with top-quality name brand furniture. And right now, you'll save with store-wide sale prices and we'll even pay your sales tax. Don't miss this incredible offer. Store-wide sale prices and we pay the sales tax. It's only happening for a short time at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
I would name a pet reindeer Peppermint, because, it's Christmassy. I would name him Bolt. Dasher. Probably Lambo. I'll name a pet reindeer Bob. One night I was in bed and I was listening and I thought I might have heard something on the roof.
Things are a bit simpler as a kid. We realize not everyone has the same level of comfort and support this time of year. If you need help, please reach out. Peace of Mind Counseling wishes you a safe and happy holiday season.
Cooley Carpet has always been more than just carpet, and now the name will reflect that. Cooley Floors and Design. Along with the brand new name, there's a fresh new look to the showroom. Don't worry, Cooley Floors and Design still has the same great team at the same convenient location. Ready to elevate your space? The design consultants will take the time to discuss your dreams, needs, and your budget. Cooley Floors and Design will accompany you through every step, from expert advice to professional installation. Visit Cooley Floors and Design on Mormon Cooley Road for a fresh new look.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
You don't know what we do or what we sacrifice or the price we pay for the job. And you'll never know.
Chicago PD!
Get hands in the air!
You need people like me out on the streets, doing the things regular cops are unwilling to do. It's my job to keep you alive. You listen to me!
Friday night at 7 on My 8.
We gotta throw everything at this.
I'm Detective Benson. This is my partner, Detective Stabler.
My gut feeling is this is the tip of the iceberg.
So let's go crash his party.
Mother's dead, baby's dead, you killed them both.
It's not much fun being hunted down, is it? You want to know what we care about? We care about the truth.
Monday night at 7 on My 8.
Well, good morning to you and welcome back. I hope you are enjoying your early morning to start this so far. We have snow flurries working into La Crosse, and it's actually sticking to the ground right now. You get into it, we'll see Eau Claire getting into this as well. 8 o'clock, you're looking at some showers popping in, some snow flurries. Then we get into drier conditions with mostly cloudy skies to cloudy skies going into the afternoon. And temperatures are also getting cooler as we go into the afternoon as well. We're going to be seeing that Arctic air, and that's the culprit right there, and that's going to carry all the way into Thursday. So breezy and gusty conditions will increase as we go into Thursday, so expect that this morning. So the wind chill will be a little bit colder on your skin as well. Current temperatures right now, 19 to 20 in Eau Claire. You're probably seeing the high temperatures for the day in some cases. We'll also be seeing as we go into it, it feels like 11 degrees from La Crosse, or excuse me, from Eau Claire to Ladysmith, and then down to the south, we're at 23 degrees. That's what it feels like on your skin here. Sparta, it feels like 12. Down to Prairie du Chien, it feels like 17 degrees. Much colder over in Minneapolis as well. We'll get right back into observed wind speeds. The winds have been really dusting up. They're starting to back off now, starting to get over the Mississippi. So that means eventually it's going to get over into the Coulee region, and we're going to get those wind gusts popping in, possibly up to 24, 25 miles per hour. Right now, the wind gusts aren't really showing up. You can see them by Vogue-Field, Preston. They're starting to ratchet up there up to 30 miles per hour in Rochester. Good morning to those folks out there, right? Current visibility right now, we're going to get into near dense fog in Ladysmith, extending down to Eau Claire, 3 miles of visibility. La Crosse doing the same as well. Snow is falling on the ground. Winds are starting to pick up, so please, as you're driving for the morning commute, take it slow, take it easy, let the car in front of you have a little space and give them a moment to do their thing. We're also seeing the fog get out of the way as it tracks eastward out of the area through the 9 o'clock hour. Eau Claire has snow coming in as a 40% chance. From the 5 o'clock hour extends to 9 o'clock as a 30% chance. Then we get into La Crosse, same thing, 40% chance drops to a 30% chance. You notice by 1 o'clock, nothing doing any talk about snow right there, right? But you have the cloudy skies, and of course, the clouds will start to dissipate a little bit. 24-hour temperature change, what you're looking at, we're -5 down to about -2 for local temperatures. Be safe out there. I'll have your full forecast coming up in a moment.
In your consumer news, sports dominated Google's global year in search list for 2024. 6 of the top 10 trending searches were sporting events. The top 2 were for soccer tournaments, followed by 2 cricket events. Outside of sports, 3 of the top terms are people. Liam Payne, the One Direction singer who died this year, was number 5, followed by Donald Trump, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, was number 10. The International Air Transport Association says airlines could rake in more than $1 trillion in revenue next year. This comes as passenger numbers could hit an all-time high of 5 billion. According to the trade group, airlines' average profit per passenger could increase to about $7 next year. Just 18 months ago, it was just $2.25. And TikTok is asking a federal appeals court to temporarily halt a law that could ban the social media platform in this country. The appeals court upheld the law that requires TikTok be sold off from its Chinese parent company ByteDance. If it's not, the app will be banned in the United States starting January 19th. There are currently about 170 million U.S. users. General Motors says it is scrapping its efforts to develop a fleet of driverless taxis. GM will now instead focus on driver assistance features that require a driver to be ready to take control of the car. The automaker says it'll no longer fund the billions of dollars needed for development work of the Cruise robotaxi. It cites the great amount of time and resources needed to grow that business. The company also notes the increasing competition in the robotaxi market. That competition includes Google's Waymo unit in partnership with Uber. Walgreens is reportedly looking to take itself private in a deal with Sycamore Partners. The news sent Walgreens stock nearly 20% higher Tuesday. The Wall Street Journal reporting the drugstore giant and the private equity firm are discussing a deal that could be completed early next year. Details are still being worked out. And now let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett.
Okay, and away we go, Alexander. What you're looking at right now, snow is on the way. It's we're working over La Crosse right now. Cold air associated with that is right on its heels. We're also going to be seeing as we go into it breezy and gusty winds. That means that'll carry over into Thursday, and we're looking at those winds to possibly cause a little bit of wind chill as well. So that's going to make it feel much colder on your skin, even though our local temperatures are going to get colder as we get closer to the afternoon from what we're experiencing this morning. You're looking at those temperatures already in the 20s right now to the teens. This is the snow over the last 6 hours. It's already crossed the Mississippi. It is here. You can see it kind of, oh, look at that, putting a little bit of icing up on the, or snowflake at least on the lens here. But we're also seeing that the roadways are already starting to look a little bit white out there as well. So please take it slow for the morning commute as we get into current temperatures. As I mentioned, these may be your highs for the day. You're holding on to some temperatures in the 20s widespread. Highs for Wednesday, though, look at this, what I've got. 18 in Ladysmith, 18 or 19 for La Crosse, for Eau Claire. You're getting into 21 for La Crosse, so that means our high is probably going to be this, possibly this morning as we take a look at it, since we're at 24 degrees. You're looking at the snow that has crossed the Mississippi at the 6 o'clock hour, holding on by 7 o'clock, going into the 8 o'clock hour, then moving a little bit more to the east, going from a 40% chance down to a 30% chance by then. As that tracks out of the area, slowly but surely we'll take it into some clearing kind of popping in along the Mississippi, and then eventually by 1 o'clock, more clouds fill in, but we may have another slight little flurry trying to get down to the ground, but that I suspect may not hit it, but we'll be in at least cloudy skies by then. Then that drier slot starts to move across the area, heading down to the southeast, and as it does, colder conditions start to work into the forecast. Look at those numbers down to the single digits, and as we go deeper into the evening hours, by 10 o'clock, you're seeing those clouds get eviscerated by that colder, drier air working in from Canada, and continues to drop the numbers, getting into those minus numbers, -4 in Eau Claire, in Ladysmith, and continuing on. As we go through the morning hours, there's that snow for you for La Crosse today, and the winds up to about 18 miles per hour, getting gusts up to the 20s as well. You'll see the same for Eau Claire as you get into it, 20, then becoming 19. Temperatures are lowering as you get deeper into the afternoon. 5 o'clock, you're looking at temperatures around 3 degrees. Here's that low pressure system with the snow associated with that, colder air dropping down on us, and that continues all the way as we go into Thursday, and that colder air is going to stick around. But then high pressure picks back up from the south, and that's going to start to warm up and push more of that colder air out of the region as we go into Friday, with temperatures getting into the 40s, and then eventually some 30s will ensue after that. All right, that being said, take a look what I've got going on for you. The overnight lows for tonight, you're going to be seeing, man, oh man, are they going to be bitterly cold, holding on to these, but the wind chill is going to be a lot worse. You take it in the highs for tomorrow, and you're in the teens, as well as single digits for the highs for Thursday, and then into the 8-day forecast we go. You'll carry over into conditions to play out like this. You'll see temperatures today, 21 degrees for the highs with falling temperatures, cold and blistering and bitter conditions for Thursday, and then cold conditions still remain for Friday, with warming conditions into the middle 30s, mid to upper 30s, holding on to 40s working in by Sunday, and then drier conditions possibly as we go deeper into midweek of next week. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. The time now is 6:21. Still to come, before you head out the door this morning, what doctors want you to know about respiratory virus season, the warning signs they're seeing, and some simple steps to keep your family healthy after the morning sports blitz.
The Blitz, the return. An internet sensation from over a decade ago is back in his hometown, and he's ready to turn around the basketball program that gave him his start. That coming up next.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelers is closing forever. Enjoy savings up to 70% off store-wide. Save big at Holton's today. Hurry in.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. It's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Starting at $13.99.
Attention business owners, is your roof ready for the new year? Your Choice Roofing specializes in commercial solutions that protect your investment and bottom line. Act now to benefit from Section 179 deductions and bonus depreciation for major tax savings. Lock in 2024 pricing before costs rise. Upgrade to energy-efficient roofing and save on utilities while increasing building value. Secure your roof and savings. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelers is closing forever. Enjoy savings up to 70% off store-wide. Save big at Holton's today. Hurry in.
Happy holidays from Bignetsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Trane dealer.
For the Blitz. Well, it's not often a local legend comes back to his old stomping grounds, but that's what's happening at Black River Falls High School as Jack Taylor is back to repping the orange and black. Our own Kate Overton went there to find out what made him return.
This is Jack Taylor, a former All-State guard for Black River Falls, but maybe best known for his days at Grinnell College, where he set an NCAA record, scoring 138 points in one game.
So at Grinnell College, we ran an offensive system called The System, where it was 5 guys in, 5 guys out for 45 seconds, press the whole game, shoot within the first 12 seconds of the clock. It was hectic, chaos on hardwood.
Taylor had grown a life outside of basketball, moving back to Black River Falls to start a family. But when the dominoes started falling, the itch to get back on the court started to grow.
This past May, the former coach, Dave Cowley, stepped down, and this position, the head coach for the varsity boys, became available. I started to get that itch, started to get that excitement. You know, I've been out of the game for 10 years, and I really haven't had an itch to come back to the game. For some reason, those early meetings with, you know, the sports or the athletic director, those got me starting to get that itch to come back into basketball again.
Taylor has played for many different coaches on many different teams. That experience has him excited to draw up the X's and O's.
Being able to teach the game, stuff that I saw during college, stuff that I saw during high school, during AAU, and just bringing it all together into fitting a program that hopefully that we can see some success this year. It's been really fulfilling, and I've been enjoying being back in the game of basketball.
He's not the only one who's excited he's back. The team has known Taylor for years, and when they found out he was taking over, they were pumped.
He ran camps around the community when we were very young. We all went to him. We all knew, we all learned who Jack was and how big of an impact he made on the game. We all got together and we're all like, "What? This is going to be amazing! Like Jack Taylor is going to be our coach."
It's that excitement and respect that has Taylor feeling like he's one step ahead.
I feel like I have a little bit of a cheat code with them because all of a sudden I don't have to earn their respect; they already have it. I remember playing for coaches. I remember what I didn't like about them and what I did like about them. What made me feel confident and what made me feel small.
Reporting from Black River Falls, Kate Overton, News 8 Now.
Great stuff from Cade right there. Looking forward to see what BRF and Coach Taylor can do over the next couple of years. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Start your holiday shopping with the Holman Locker and Meat Market. Order a double smoked ham, prime rib, fresh turkey, or smoked salmon. Create a custom gift basket. Don't forget the beer and the best beef jerky for your get-together. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
You're thinking about new windows and doors. I've been thinking about new windows and doors for over 40 years. You're thinking about the best window at the best price. I'm thinking about the best window at the best price for you. The best quality, installed by professional installers at a fair price. If you're planning new windows and doors, you owe it to yourself to contact the Bortzdorf Home Improvements for a prompt free estimate. You'll be glad you did. Contact us today.
Ready? Okay.
If your home is looking drab, trade it in. The furniture's old and yucky, trade it in. If you're seeking a solution, then King's your resolution. If you're tired of your look, then trade it in.
At King's Trade-In Sale, trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. Plus get free delivery and 12 months no interest payments at the King Furniture Trade-In Sale.
There are trucks, and then there's thieves.
GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value, plus no monthly payments until next year. We are professional grade GMC.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Start your holiday shopping with the Holman Locker and Meat Market. Order a double smoked ham, prime rib, fresh turkey, or smoked salmon. Create a custom gift basket. Don't forget the beer and the best beef jerky for your get-together. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Welcome back. In your morning medical news, a new report suggests most women in the U.S. don't take advantage of family planning assistance. That includes access to prescription birth control, emergency contraception, sterilization, and counseling related to reproduction. In 2022 and last year, just about a third of women of reproductive age received family planning services in the previous 12 months. The CDC says family planning is an important part of health care, and these visits are sometimes the only interaction women have with the healthcare system. USC researchers have discovered an unexpected warning sign for early Alzheimer's, falling for financial scams. Scientists found people more vulnerable to money schemes had a thinner section of brain tissue that controls memory and judgment. While not everyone who makes poor financial decisions will develop Alzheimer's, researchers say that this link could help spot the disease earlier. It's been a relatively slow start to respiratory virus season, doctors say, but U.S. health officials fear that trend is about to end as vaccination rates remain low, and it's already putting children and some minority groups at increased risk. Mandy Gaither has a look at where virus levels stand now and why experts say vaccination is key to protection.
Across the U.S., respiratory virus season is ramping up. Emergency department visits for diagnosed RSV are now moderate for the first time this season, with a main increase in the illness among young children. And preliminary CDC data estimates up to 1.5 million flu cases, up to 22,000 hospitalizations, and up to 2,100 flu deaths between October 1st and November 30th. These viruses, along with COVID-19, are expected to increase.
The present vaccination rate is similar to previous years, but it's still running below what it did prior to COVID.
The CDC says vaccination for flu, COVID-19, and RSV will be key to preventing severe illness. The agency recommends everyone 6 months and older get the flu and updated COVID-19 shots. The one-time RSV vaccine is recommended for adults 75 and older, and those between the ages of 60 and 74 at high risk of severe disease. Those pregnant can also protect against RSV with a shot between 27 and 36 weeks of pregnancy, and infants up to 8 months old born during this season can receive 1 dose of monoclonal antibodies.
Right now, RSV is the leading cause of infant hospitalizations in the U.S.
Important to get those vaccines. Another respiratory disease known as walking pneumonia is also spreading rapidly among young children. The CDC first warned of an increase in those infections in October. Trends have not improved there, they say. The Canadian Pacific holiday train brought seasonal cheer to La Crescent yesterday before rolling on to Winona. The 1,000-foot train lit up with 14 decorated cars, treated crowds to live music while raising money for local food banks. U.S. Cellular is helping make sports more accessible for local kids. The company donated $5,000 in sports equipment to rising athletes at Emerson Elementary yesterday. Things like basketball, soccer balls, and athletic gear to children who can't afford it. The donation is part of U.S. Cellular's nationwide effort to support 50 nonprofits connecting communities through sports, art, and music.
I think just being able to see people in the community using the things that we provided for them and helping out the community in a way that a lot of businesses don't do.
If you'd like to support rising athletes, U.S. Cellular in Onalaska has a donation bin. These days, watching a film at the movie theater means being bombarded with sound from every direction, but some film buffs are craving the old days and rediscovering the magic of the silent screen. CBS's Tina Kraus has the story for us from London.
Publicity posters and famous faces line the walls at the Cinema Museum in London. It's a vintage haven for movie buffs where the past comes alive. Projecting rare and unknown silent films, often not seen for decades.
It creates a special atmosphere to have live music accompaniment in a historic setting.
Silent films are making a comeback nearly a century after they vanished from the silver screen. Each showing is one of a kind, with a pianist creating a synchronized soundtrack in the moment.
It's not like just going to see a film at the cinema, you're always going to hear the same thing. It's going to be different and reactive to what's on the screen.
Film buffs say the enduring charm of the classics and the simplicity of storytelling without words keeps them coming back.
These films really do come alive, and they kind of, they can still make you howl with laughter, 100 years after the event.
Showing silence isn't just golden, it's timeless.
That Cinema Museum is located at the same site where iconic silent film star Charlie Chaplin lived as a child more than 120 years ago. Now let's check in with meteorologist Art Jarrett for a look at our morning commute.
Yeah, I knew Charlie. We were good friends back then.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, exactly. I'm 125 years old. As we get into it, 8 a.m., we're looking at some snow moving to the area. It's falling right now across the area. And, of course, as we go right into the 9 o'clock hour, still with us, into the 10 o'clock doing the same. You notice the temperatures, though, they seem to be going in reverse. They're cooling down as we get closer to the noon hour. And, of course, we're also going to be seeing the possibility of getting some more snow up in Eau Claire. Eventually, got it going on from 8 o'clock as well. Cloudy skies working down to the 10 o'clock hour, then eventually backing off. But the temperatures keep falling down all the way to 14 degrees by the time you get in the noon hour. We're tracking that light flurry over the area right now, and eventually Eau Claire will get into that, as you just saw. Arctic air is dropping in behind that. As we get deeper into the afternoon and the evening hours, you're really going to experience that, because temperatures are going to get in the teens and then single digits and then below zero numbers moving in the picture, so those minus numbers are starting to work in. Right now, 20s and some teens working in the forecast. We could possibly be seeing our high for the day right now, right there. 24-hour temperature change, we're at least maybe now 4 to about, say, 5 degrees cooler. Feels like we're in the teens up the north by Eau Claire as well as Ladysmith. Looking at Winona, feels like 8 degrees there. La Crosse still holding on to the warmth right now, as well as Sparta and Black River Falls, and down to the south we're rolling on to the teens. Observed winds are starting to work their way across the Mississippi River, so we're getting up there by now. Looking at La Crosse at 3 miles per hour, but they'll kick up, as well as the gusts starting to work across the Mississippi as well. For right now, they're not happening here. Current visibility right now, dense fog to near dense fog getting into areas from Ladysmith down into Winona, as well as La Crosse here. So please take it slow for the morning commute. When I come back, I'll have a better overview. In fact, we'll have a better overview as we go to a break, so please stick around.
My favorite part of Christmas, probably being able to go sledding.
Get in the roll in the snow and do this. I really love how cozy and fun it is.
My favorite song is Jingle Bells. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Things are a bit simpler as a kid. We realize not everyone has the same level of comfort and support this time of year. If you need help, please reach out. Peace of Mind Counseling wishes you a safe and happy holiday season.
Cooley Carpet has always been more than just carpet, and now the name will reflect that. Cooley Floors and Design. Along with the brand new name, there's a fresh new look to the showroom. Don't worry, Cooley Floors and Design still has the same great team at the same convenient location. Ready to elevate your space? The design consultants will take the time to discuss your dreams, needs, and your budget. Cooley Floors and Design will accompany you through every step, from expert advice to professional installation. Visit Cooley Floors and Design on Mormon Cooley Road for a fresh new look.
The gift of relaxation and pampering is the perfect gift to give this holiday season. It is the Sue Colvey's experience, the gift your special someone is really hoping for, and the gift she really deserves. Order your gift cards online today at SueColveys.com or pick them up at Sue Colvey's Salon and Day Spa, because she deserves the very best.
Cedar Creek now offers TrackMan golf simulators, so real you'll think you're there. TrackMan uses Doppler radar to improve your game shot after shot and lower your score. Golf some of the most iconic courses in the world. Sign up today. Winter leagues start in January. Tee times booked online only. The season continues.
Attention business owners, is your roof ready for the new year? Your Choice Roofing specializes in commercial solutions that protect your investment and bottom line. Act now to benefit from Section 179 deductions and bonus depreciation for major tax savings. Lock in 2024 pricing before costs rise. Upgrade to energy-efficient roofing and save on utilities while increasing building value. Secure your roof and savings. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today.
Alrighty, let's get into this real quick here, shall we? We're looking at conditions to be like this. Current temperatures I've just shown you before, holding out to 18 degrees, 20 degrees as you get into Eau Claire, and then Black River Falls 22, 21 as you get into Viroqua, La Crosse 23. Right now we could be seeing our high temperatures for the day, and it's no joke. Believe it or not, our temperatures are going to continue to cool as we go in the afternoon. This is what the highs are showing right now for today, at least 18 to at least 25 degrees. You get into New Albany as well, La Crosse at 21, so it looks like we're going to lose a few degrees or two getting into it, so that's probably our high for the day. We'll also be getting into it here with some slots of dry air, then cloud cover moving in. We're overcast right now. Eventually that snow continues to billow up there by Ladysmith all the way down into Marshfield, excuse me, and then continues to drop down a little bit into areas by Black River Falls and Sparta and La Crosse. And then by the 11 o'clock hour, everything continues to track a little bit more to the east. You see a couple of light flurries try to come back again for the 1 o'clock hour as well, but I don't think they'll get to the ground because we've got drier air kind of funneling in right behind it. In fact, you're going to see that drier air start to increase, and that means that's the cold air coming out of Canada. That's that Arctic blast. You notice the temperatures are getting much colder. Remember, we were at 24 degrees in La Crosse, and now 4 degrees getting into the 9 o'clock hour in the p.m. You're going to see temperatures get into minus numbers eventually as we get into the midnight hour and beyond. By the time you look at Winona at around 4 o'clock in the morning, they're at 0 degrees, -5 in Ladysmith, Eau Claire -4, and La Crosse holding on to at least 1 degree. Colder as you get down to the south as well. By 9 o'clock, you're looking at temperatures in the minus, still holding on to not much change going on, but opening up the skies to mostly sunny conditions, and that means not much insulation to keep you warmer. We'll go into the highs for the day, though, around the region. We'll continue to show you from the south zone all the way back up into the central zone as well. You're going to be seeing conditions to be like that. Trempealeau, 24 degrees. Over in Blair, you're looking at 21 degrees. You already saw how La Crosse is coming, but Fall Creek at 20, Eau Claire at 19, 18 in Ladysmith. For the day, though, La Crosse holding on to a 40% chance of snow, turning into at least a 20% chance by the time we get in the 11 o'clock hour. So things are changing up a little bit. It's extending out into the late morning hours. Eau Claire will do the same, possibly until at least 10 o'clock. And then you've got the drier air you've got coming in. You'll also have the area of low pressure that's ushering that snow, circulating around that, and even pushing it over into Michigan as well. That colder air stays with us as we go all the way into Thursday. High pressure builds up behind, starts to push that colder air back up to the north, and we get back into the 30s and the 40s to finish out the remainder of the work week and into the weekend. Take a look as we go into it here, how this all plays out. The overnight lows for tonight, it's going to be cold and blustery and breezy. So there's looking at temperatures in the minus numbers. Then we're going to be seeing how that wind chill will probably be about -25 up to -25 degrees in the overnight hours with the wind chill. and you're seeing the highs mostly in the single digits in the teens. There's a look there. 21 today, 11 degrees for tomorrow, 25 for Friday, increasing the temperatures with snow coming back again for Saturday, drier conditions for Sunday. Be safe out there.
A glittering New Year celebration with purpose. VARC is getting ready to celebrate 50 years of helping people with disabilities in our region. They're celebrating the new year with a New Year's Eve party. We are joined this morning by CEO Liz Filter to tell us more. Good morning, Liz.
Good morning, Alex. I'm so excited to be back here again. This is our third year for our New Year's Eve gala here in La Crosse.
Yeah, we're so happy to see you. We know you were here last year. So what's going on this year? What should we know this year?
So it's held at the waterfront at the Cargill Room again. It's on New Year's Eve at 6 p.m. is when it starts. It's going to be a fantastic evening filled with all the glitz and glam of a gala. It's a black tie event, and it's also for a great cause, supporting VARC's youth and adult programming for just people with disabilities.
Okay, awesome.
So what motivated this shift from last year's playground project?
Yeah, so last year we raised just under $50,000 to help fund a new outdoor play yard for our inclusive child care program that's here in La Crosse.
Great.
And that was really successful. We were very proud and excited about that. This year we've identified that those funds should be aimed toward supporting our transportation program, which operates all throughout the state of Wisconsin, transporting both kids and adults with disabilities so that they can access community programming, including those that are occurring at VARC and in their broader community. Transportation is a significant barrier for a lot of folks in our communities, and the vehicles used are wheelchair accessible, and but they take a lot of maintenance and care, and so this event will be used to support that part of our programming.
Okay, great. Yeah, because if the services are there but people can't get to them, what's the point, right? So that's awesome. So yeah, so it'll specifically improve VARC's service delivery. Tell us a little bit more about how those funds will be used for that.
Yeah, so we provide employment, day programming, a child and youth program, after school program here in La Crosse, as well as our inclusive child care program, amongst a variety of others throughout southwest and south central Wisconsin, but also in our new locations on the east side of the state as well. So we've broadened a lot in terms of what our service looks like and the folks that we're serving. So all of the funds raised at the gala this year will be used for all of those programs, and again, it will kick off next year's fundraising events, which will be aimed towards that transportation piece.
Okay, great. And you're celebrating a big year coming up in 2025.
We are. We're so excited to be entering into our 50th anniversary, and a number of individuals have been contributing towards a lot of the planning for that, and so that we can have a big celebration throughout the course of the year.
So then how does VARC's mission evolve since then?
Yeah, well, it's been a very exciting ride to be a part of, to be very honest, and we've grown significantly over the last even 10 years, but we started as a very small program in rural Wisconsin in Viroqua, and it has grown to serving just under 1,000 people annually now. Wow. in a variety of different programs, from employment to residential and everything in between.
Congratulations. Yeah, you guys do so much good work in our community. All right, so tickets for the gala, how do we go about getting those?
So they're at varcinc.com/gala. Okay. Again, tickets are selling fast. It will sell out. It did last year. We've got some incredible sponsors and folks that are attending year over year. So we're really excited to invite folks back, as well as have new people who are looking for a great event to support a great cause.
And you've got a little bit of a fun auctioneer coming this year, a special guest. What can you tell us about that?
We do. Eve Rojas is attending. She's kind of a celebrity auctioneer. She's going to bring a lot of enthusiasm, a really great event, but it will have a lot of the same things as it did in the years past as well. A 3-course meal provided by the waterfront, a private fireworks show over the Mississippi. Travis Beckham is returning again as our DJ for the night, and we've got some new surprises and a couple twists in the night too.
All right, well, all the fixins of a New Year's Eve party. Sounds great,
That's
Liz.
Right.
Thank you so much for being here this
morning.
Thank you both. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
What will you find at Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique? Everything you need and more. See our selection of Polish pottery, cookware, olive oils and vinegar, and our gadget wall. Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique, located inside Wesco and Sparta. Tell them Peyton sent you. Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Hey, it's Reed and Chelsea.
We got a message from Mr. Bobby Bones.
Hey everybody, Bobby Bones here. I just want to say thank you for listening to the Bobby Bones Show. We got some ratings back and we are the #1 morning show, 18 to 49, right here in La Crosse. So thank you so much for listening to the Bobby Bones Show, for listening on Kicks 106.3. We hope to be your friends in the morning. And if you know somebody that hasn't checked us out, tell them, let them know. And again, thank you so much.
Kicks 106.3.
Are you or a loved one having troubles getting in and out of the bathtub safely? Has the high cost of remodeling left you without options? I'm Tim with Tri-State Tub to Shower Conversions, and I've been serving the Tri-State area since 1992. And I would love to make your bathing experience safe and affordable. We use your existing tub and remove the front section for easy accessibility. And for an affordable cost, call today.
The holidays. So happy to get and holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Welcome to Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique. Whether you're a gourmet cook or an aspiring foodie, we have something for your style and taste. See our selection of gourmet cookware, bakeware, and appliances. Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique. Stop in today and tell them Peyton sent you.
What is a hero? Not the kind from comic books and movies, saving the day. We're talking about everyday heroes, those with a special kind of courage or ability, those saving the day, one person at a time. News 8 Now wants to find those heroes and thank them for bettering our community. Go to news8000.com, click on Features, then Hometown Heroes to nominate someone you feel is truly a hometown hero.
Thanks to your generosity, Marines have delivered Christmas to children in need since 1947.
Happy holidays from Bignevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Trane dealer.
Welcome back at 6:52. Time for your morning news now. The teen suspect in Lily Peters' death pleaded not guilty in court yesterday. The 16-year-old defendant, identified only as CTPB, is facing homicide and sexual assault charges in the 2022 death of the 10-year-old. This marks the first court appearance since the case was confirmed to remain in adult court. He'll be back in court April 30th. A Colfax man caught with more than $100,000 worth of meth has taken a plea deal. 32-year-old Dalton Clayton pleaded no contest to possession with intent to deliver meth and a separate prisoner battery charge. The court ordered 4 years confinement and 6 years extended supervision. The Prairie du Chien School Board is eyeing new funding options after voters rejected a $10 million referendum. Now the board is considering leasing space at Bluffview Intermediate School to a health center. While the board voted on the proposal November 25th, some community members say they were never notified about the meeting.
We talk, but we don't actually get a response. So, and then when we ask for a meeting where we can actually discuss
it's yet to take place.
Jarrett says bringing in the health center raises safety concerns. News 8 has reached out to the school board. We're waiting to hear back. La Crosse City leaders tackled an unexpected path to affordable housing last night, parking spaces. At a Judiciary Committee meeting, officials debated ending rules that force landlords to provide parking spots based on bedroom count. Supporters say letting property owners decide their own parking needs could help create more affordable units in the city.
This is really about making the zoning code more flexible to help us meet the housing needs that we know we have. Currently have a housing study which says we need between 200 and 230 new housing units per year until 2030.
Common Council will vote tomorrow on the issue. A few dozen capital projects getting the green light from Onalaska's Common Council. The city approved an $8 million capital budget for next year. Half of that money will finish renovating the city's community center, which was more than 50 years old.
We're actually going to add a gymnasium to it for recreational activities, not only for seniors, but for all ages, all groups. So that's a generational facility that we really feel is an investment in our community and investment in our citizens that was really needed.
The center is set to reopen in August. U.S. Cellular is helping make sports more accessible for local kids. The company donated $5,000 in sports equipment to rising athletes at Emerson Elementary yesterday, part of a nationwide effort.
I think just being able to see people in the community using the things that we provided for them and helping out the community in a way that a lot of businesses don't do.
U.S. Cellular has a donation bin at their Onalaska store if you want to donate. The Canadian Pacific Holiday Train brought seasonal cheer to La Crescent yesterday before rolling on to Winona. The 1,000-foot train lit up with 14 decorated cars, treated crowds to live music while raising money for local food banks.
All right, taking a quick look outside here. We get into it. You're seeing some snow still over La Crosse, but not so much Eau Claire. They may have wiped the streets already, or at least kind of moved over the streets. But let me give you a better view of Eau Claire. You can see some of the snow coming in from the west-northwest right now, moving over. The roadway is getting a little bit to the white. Holding on to current temperatures, you may be seeing our highs for the day. These are current temperatures right now in the teens and the middle 20s. There are the overnight lows. Going to be bitterly cold and breezy and gusty out there as well, turning to blustery in the morning for the highs into the afternoon as well, in the teens and single digits for Thursday. As we go into it, 21 degrees for today and 11 degrees as we roll right into tomorrow with very bitter cold conditions. And then cold on Friday as well, with temperatures up to 25 degrees with warming up to cool 27 or 37 degrees by Saturday with snow mix on the way, and then drier conditions for Sunday with more rainfall potential coming in for Monday.
All right, Art, thank you. Time has named basketball sensation Caitlin Clark as its 2024 Athlete of the Year. The 22-year-old Indiana Fever star wowed fans during her first season with the WNBA. She set rookie season records for both points and three-pointers. She was also named the league's Rookie of the Year. Clark's star power helped drive up viewership numbers even when she wasn't playing. The WNBA delivered its most watched regular season in 24 years and had its highest total attendance in 22 years. Yeah, she's doing a lot for women's sports, isn't she?
Pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive. Yeah, a lot of energy.
Basketball and soccer.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your day.